Before I make a nut for this violin, I want to make sure that the fingerboard was doing what I needed to do. It's got the appropriate scoop in the middle. This one had a slight little downdraft when it got close to the nut, probably from sanding originally, kind of dipped off the edge. So I was able to take a little bit off of here, about an inch or 2 inch from the nut area, and that kind of made it flattened at the beginning and then scooped. So I'm pleased with that. Now it's on to making a nut. So in selecting a piece for a nut, you can always make one out of a square hunk of ebony. Fits on there. There's a lot of sanding and grinding. Here's one that's a little more rounded, pre-rounded. I think I bought a bunch of those online. It's still pretty big. Might end up going with that one. And history is in this jar too. Here's a 6-string nut I had from way back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strings. And here is the nut, a brass nut I had on the very first electric violin I ever made, back beginning of gamelan days. And in the 80s, having brass nuts was the thing in the guitar world. I figured I'd try one on the violin. I don't know. I still have it. 40 some years later, I still got it in a jar. And here's another piece too. This one was a piece of carbon fiber. This was repurposed from a piece I bought from Joe Zahn, the famous guitar maker, bass guitar maker especially. And when his shop was in Buffalo, I put this stuff in a bass neck. And that bass neck was the first bass I ever built, I'm pretty sure. So that was 50 years ago. A piece of this stuff is still floating around in my junk. Anyways, crazy. So mark the selected piece. You can remove more than there is there. That's the way it goes. Rather than grind it all the way, I thought I'd use the scroll saw to carefully, if I can, just cut away most of what I don't need. Still got all my digits. So for as much as you think they're CNC everything, it still ends up with a old-fashioned file, a rasp. This one is a dragon rasp. I got it's a nice rasp actually. And I tighten this down. And I do save the dust for repairs with some glue later. My friend is a pencil. Marking the edge with the pencil that I don't really want to file now, with a shape the back side of the nut as it goes away from the fingerboard. Take everything off but that pencil mark. Get it? Once I got it roughed out pretty close, I then go to the disc sander, which I don't use a whole lot these days, but I get it out just for this kind of stuff. A little shove to get it going. And shape the back side of it. looking better. It's fitting pretty well, I think. Yep. I think that's a little thick. It takes some off the back side. Okay, got it so it's not hanging off into the peg box. Appropriate thickness. The rest to be all done by hand. Good thing I can see close without my glasses. I got it sized right. Now it's a matter of taking all the rough edges off, smoothing it out so nothing pokes the player very carefully without taking any of the edges that are sized perfectly right. Getting there. Make sure the fingerboard is kind of shined up before I do the nut to it. Nice. And the same treatment to the nut if I can not have it flat in my hand. Pretty shiny. Good. And a teensy-weensy bit of glue and get it on the violin. Take a break. Here we go. Should be it. Hold it for a second. There you go. And then we'll slot it when put everything together and put the strings on. Final assembly. One finished neck.